All right, I have bought a lot of crazy shit in my lifetime. Okay, I am definitely a collector. I like to collect art. I like to collect hip hop, music, vinyl, CD, cassettes. Um, I like to collect movie posters. I just collect a lot of stuff over the years. But I will say, out of everything I've ever collected over the years, this thing right here is probably one of the craziest. All right, it's an exciting day. Whew. In Las Vegas today, my good friend and longtime music collaborator slash manager slash DJ who put me on my first mixtape, DJ EFN, is teamed up with the one and only Noriega, known as Drink Champs, together to interview Dr. Dre and one of my favorite artists of all time, so I figured this is a good time to do this. I've been waiting to make this video for a minute. I got a box here from DJ Ski. He started a company called The Realist.
Tell me about The Realist, what it is, how it came to be, how you got involved.
Sure. So The Realist is basically an end-to-end memorabilia platform where we have the highest security and authentication method in the world.
They did an auction of collectibles. The auction, the first person they ever teamed up with to do this auction system was the one and only Snoop himself.
But as a fan, those would be such cool things to have.
Those don't mean nothing anymore, so they meant so much back then. That's why it's memorable. It's collectibles that matter.
And there was a lot of very cool items. There was like a robe, something he wore in a video, signed script from the Boondocks, a smoked blunt, which got a lot of viral traction, of course. But there was one thing that caught my eye. There's one thing that I really wanted.
I'm DJ Ski, and this is real museum quality history right here. Snoop Doggy Dogg's personal plaque for his debut album, one of the most important albums, not only in hip hop but in music history, Doggy Style. This actually certifies Doggy Style as gold in December 1993, a month after it came out. Actually less than that. That's how many copies this album sold. You can see the eye appeal. It still looks brand new. A lot of times, especially for an item over 30 years old, it will be faded. Absolutely no fading on the CD or the album cover. And what's so cool about this is very rarely will you find original plaques. And usually when you find one, it's to an engineer, to an executive. It's rarely to an artist, and if it is, you never will see one to an artist the quality and the level of Snoop Dogg. His personal plaque from one of the most important albums in history, and it was given to him a month after it released in 1993. Truly museum grade, up on the Shiznit auction right now. Something that any hip-hop fan would die to have on their wall.
It's because it had a sentimental value to me, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I actually own it now. My wife's gonna kill me. All right, I got this box here. All right, let's see what we got. All right, got some papers here, some paperwork. This thing here. Okay, this box has been taking up way too much space in the studio for way too long. First of all, I got two items from the auction that I wanted to share with you guys real quick. Let's just take a look here at this Realist branded letter here. See what's cracking. This was from the Shiznit Snoop Dogg memorabilia auction. It says, thank you for participating in the Shiznit Snoop Dogg memorabilia auction. We greatly appreciate your support as we showcase timeless musical items for the world to see. Your enthusiasm and participation helped make this event a success. If you won something, congratulations. Hope your wife doesn't kill you. We hope your new memorabilia brings you joy. It will. It will spark a lot of joy for me and becomes a cherished part of your collection. If you didn't win this time, thank you for your interest and participation. We hope you'll join us again for future auctions and events. Why would I get this if I didn't win? Do people get these cards and they don't win? What would you get in the mail if you're not? All right, anyway. Little laminated playing card here. Shiznit from the auction. Number 313 of 420. You are now the owner of a piece of history. Okay. Some information about the hologram certification that makes it official. Got a couple of pieces of paperwork here to also certify this is the real deal. So first and foremost, something I won from this DJ Ski, the Shiznit Snoop Dogg auction. One of my favorite shows of all time. Happened to feature one of my favorite artists over the years.
The Boondocks. Aaron McGruder and DJ Pooh wrote this for me. What was my character in this?
You were fantastic. And Buster was the bald one.
I should, yeah.
Cat Williams was on there too. Who was he?
A pimp named Slick Mac.
Yeah, that's
And they had episode number 204, The Story of Thugnificent, the Boondocks script signed by none other than Snoop himself. Classic show. I miss it dearly. Love this show. Amazing show. Aaron McGruder and Snoop, of course, on the Thugnificent episode with the autograph there. That was the appetizer for the bidding that I did in this particular auction. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was able to secure this thing right here. And this, I'll tell you a story about why this means as much to me as it does. You just unwrap this gigantic thing here. Come on! Woo! Oh, and there it is. You ready for this? The Canadian gold plaque for his first album, Doggy Style, which was the first hip-hop album, official hip-hop album that I ever owned. So he went certified gold here just shortly after releasing it, which gold in Canada, apparently, I don't know if this is still a fact, I think it is 50,000 units. Damn, so I must be platinum in Canada for real. Anyway, December 1993. So I am now the proud owner and preserver and historian of the Canadian Gold certification, the first one for the Doggy Style album. I had to get this. I had to bid on this. My wife was like, "What did you do? Why did you? What is the realist?" I had to have this in the studio as a piece of inspiration. This is the first hip hop album I ever owned. My mom bought this for me when I was 11 years old on Valentine's Day. I don't know if she knew exactly what she was buying me, but she was real cool about it if she didn't when she discovered what exactly was on this record for me to be listening to when I was 11 years old.
My mind's telling me no.
It really sparked like a lot of inspiration for me as an MC on some hip hop shit. Man, just looking at the disc takes me back. I had a Discman at the time. I was listening to this album. I was staying over at my grandparents' house. We went to the playground or like the park or something, and my grandfather, I left my Discman and everything sitting on the bench so I could go and play with my sister. And my grandfather picked up the Discman, put the headphones on, and started listening to it because he was a music head. He was a fan of music. So, I mean, he's been a fan of music our whole life. I came off the playground and saw my grandfather with the headphones on. And I was like, no! Hold up a second. What's he listening to? Which song is it? I hope it ain't no fun, or like there's so many songs on there that could be highly questionable. I got really lucky though. When he took the headphones off, he looked at me and said, you conceited bastard," like that. And I was like, oh, it was Lottie Dottie, which is probably one of the cleaner records on the album. Not the cleanest, but one of the cleaner records on the album. And I got lucky that Lottie Dottie was the song that he was listening to. So shout out to Snoop Dogg, the one and only, D-O-double-G. Hopefully I can get this signed. I really wanted to be in Vegas today for the taping of Drink Champs with Dre and Snoop. I was going to travel out there and bring this plaque and try to get it signed by the man himself, but I couldn't make the trip happen. So I'm going to be watching as a fan. I got this plaque. I'm going to put this up in the studio. Hopefully one day I'll get a chance to meet him and get it signed or something, because I never got to meet him. Haven't met him to this day. He did go to Strange Music, but I wasn't there when he went. So he met a lot of my friends and took pictures with him, but I wasn't there, and I'm jealous. But it's okay, because I now have this as a consolation prize. The Canadian Gold plaque for Snoop's Doggy Style. I am honored to accept and hold this and put this in the studio as a sense of inspiration and to remind me of what it was like to get the first album that I ever fully owned as my own and bumped and listened to and learned the lyrics to and all of that. So shout out to DJ Ski, shout out to The Realist, shout out to the Boondocks, Aaron McGruder, shout out to Snoop. shout out to Drink Champs. And yeah, I just had to share this with you guys. Hope you enjoyed the trip down memory lane as much as I did. So, all right. Till next time. Peace.
It's me. I mean, the Chronic was Dre. Doggy Style is me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's more musical. It's just more me, more of the things I like. I like a lot of singing in my rapping, more or less. I don't just like it to be just a basic rap with a DJ in the back scratching. I like musical, to where it'll capture a bigger audience.